Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Kelly, and in today's video we are doing another pick a card reading. Today we are asking Spirit, who has a crush on you? All of my pick a card readings are timeless, so whenever you come upon this video, a message will be ready for you. Before we begin, please give me a big like down below and subscribe to my channel. I post a new video every Sunday, so I invite you to come join me by adding Kelly Guidance to your self-care Sunday. If you're new to pick a card readings, here's how it works. There are these 4 piles to choose from. This is pile 1. This is pile 2, this is pile 3, and this is pile 4. Pile 1 has this amethyst stone. Pile 2 has this green aventurine point. Pile 3 has this tiger's eye point. And finally, pile 4 has this beautiful citrine stone. I'll give you some time to meditate on the cards and choose the pile that you feel the most drawn to. Please use your intuition when choosing a pile and not your eyes. And if you are drawn to more than one pile, please feel free to watch multiple piles. There may be more than one message in this video for you today. After you're done deciding, scroll down to the description box or the pinned comment and click on the timestamp to skip to your reading. Tarot is an intuitive and insightful way to read the current energies surrounding the situation. If you ever hear something that you do not like in a reading, do not give up or get discouraged. Remember that you have 100% free will over your life, and you can change the course of direction at any time. These readings can help gently guide you to a better path for your mind, heart, and soul. So never get discouraged about what you may hear, because it may end up being the activation you need to change course. With that being said, I'll give you some time to start meditating on the cards. You can close your eyes and hover your hand over the screen to see if you feel any sensations on a certain pile, or you can simply meditate on the cards and choose a card based off of your gut feeling. Hi pile 1, if you chose this card and the amethyst stone, this is your reading. So these are actually 2 archetype cards that I pulled to get to know who your crush is, but we're not going to start with these, so I'll take these away. And let's go ahead and start with your tarot. So for you, I got the 4 of Swords, the Hermit, the 6 of Swords, the Fool, the Ace of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So the reason why I pulled tarot for who has a crush on you is this is actually the storyline of how you know each other, or what they're going through in their life, or what you're going through in your life, and how the feelings started to develop. So basically this is the storyline between the person that has a crush on you and yourself. The Hermit is Virgo energy, so you could be a Virgo or they can be a Virgo. The Hermit card talks about soul searching, introspection, being alone, and listening to your own inner guidance. So both these cards also talk about like meditation. So definitely in the beginning of meeting, one or both of you is going through a difficult time, or this is how their crush started to develop on you, meaning like they were going through a hard time and maybe you helped them out of it, or you were just there, your presence was just there, and that's why and how they started to develop a crush on you. But let's go ahead and move on. The 6 of Swords does talk about going through a transition, a change, releasing baggage. So I think like whatever you were going through, maybe it was a relationship thing, or maybe for them it was a relationship thing, or just some type of loss that they had to walk away from. I see that they had some pain. It was definitely a transitional period in their life when they met you. But luckily we move on to the Fool, which is kind of perceived to be naive, because the Fool is about to just like waltz right off the cliff and not really care about it. They're happy as can be. So after they go through this hard time, when they get over it, they kind of just get renewed on life and become the Fool again. And we move into the Ace of Wands, which talks about inspiration, new opportunities, growth, and potential. So it seems like either you were going through a hard time, they were going through a hard time, and they finally came out on the other end of it. And now they have all these new inspirations, new opportunities, they grew, and they or you end up being the Queen of Swords, or having a lot of Queen of Swords energy. So the Queen of Swords is independent, they are unbiased in their judgments, they have very clear boundaries, and they have a direct ass communication. decision. Like, they do not beat around the bush. They are very, very clear in what they want out of life and who and what they accept into their life. Whether this is your storyline or their storyline, that's what I see. Going through something, definitely kind of more on the alone side, dealing with the emotions alone. As we can see, this person is in bed by themselves, just kind of mulling over what has happened. They have all these swords above them. Swords is representative of our thoughts and the mental stuff that goes on in our heads. And then the hermit is all by themselves. They are really big on introspection, soul searching, being alone, listening to their inner guidance. So once they get through that and go through this transition, you know, all good things come to their life. So I'm sensing that you guys are either friends, you helped each other in some type of way, get through from this to this, and that is why they have this crush on you. So whether it's you, like they saw you go through such a hard time and now you're this awesome bright shining star and you've regained your innocence, you've regained your free spiritedness, you've gotten all these new ideas and opportunities, and they're just in awe by you. They're like, wow, this person has really pulled themselves out of this mess, or they've really pulled me out of this mess, or helped me with my mess. And it is notable to mention that you did pick the amethyst that does talk about spiritual healing, wisdom, grounding, psychic abilities, healing powers, intuition, third eye awakening. It reduces negative influences, helps with balancing your emotions, decision making, courage, and so much more. So that really, really makes sense. It just feels like you've healed each other, or you've helped each other heal. You've helped each other gain to better spiritual grounding. You guys have helped each other maybe even awaken some psychic abilities or third eye awakenings. It just seems like you guys have helped each other honestly a lot, and of course feelings will develop in a close bond like this. So let's go ahead and look at the archetype cards I got for you. So I got mentor, oh my goodness, and I also got companion. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So with the mentor card coming up, the light attribute talks about passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. The shadow attributes talk about inability to allow the student to move on to the role of master, imparting false instruction. So shadow attributes is just what to keep in mind of if you are this archetype, but it doesn't mean that this person is in their shadow. Moving on to the companion card. The companion card's light attribute says loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. And the shadow attribute says betrayal by misusing confidences, loss of personal identity. So yeah, definitely this person is either your friend or even a mentor to you. So if you were going through this hard time, they had mentored you out of this, they taught you the things that has helped them, or it could be that you were a mentor towards them. So when I did pull the archetype cards, I was asking who has a crush on pile one, so this is more their energy, but usually people mirror each other, so it's definitely could be possible that you also mentored them. Regardless, you do know each other. This is not like some secret crush or anything like that. I definitely feel like you know each other, you are friends, and you've actually had a big part in each other's life. So pile number one, I definitely think one of your friends has a crush on you, and if you don't know who it is yet, I hope this story helps you identify them. Like, who did you help out of a dark place, or who helped you out of a dark place, because that's going to give you a big insight, a big hint into who it is that we're talking about. But I won't leave it up to all interpretation on your part. I'm going to take these astro dice to help us out. The astro dice have been my absolute favorite form of divination lately. I love astrology so much, and I feel like I can get really intuitive and deep messages with just these 3 dice, and I always talk to my dice like literally every day. More than I pick up my tarot cards or anything else, I pick up these dice. If you're interested in astrology, I actually will link an entire playlist of all my astrology videos in the description box below, so go ahead and check that out if you're interested. All right, pile number one. Who has a crush on pile number one? Okay, 11th house. We also got Gemini, and we're getting the moon. Okay, so with the 11th house, this is Aquarius energy, so they could be Aquarius, they don't have to be, but the 11th house talks about our goals, our aspirations, networking, friend groups. So again, with the friend groups coming up, this is definitely somebody that you have met in a friend group. You're already friends with this person, and you have networked with this person, and this person has helped you reach your aspirations and goals. And that was probably just, you know, getting out of a funky place and getting back into your spirit and getting back into having these new opportunities and ideas. I keep saying you and them, but you know, you could always switch these roles at any time in the reading. And then with Gemini coming up, I feel like you have really great communications with each other. Gemini is represented by the twins. I see that you probably mirror each other a lot more than you think. You're probably very similar. You probably have very easy time communicating back and forth with each other, and you overall just get along very, very well. With the moon coming up, this is talking about our moods, our emotions, and sometimes our moods and emotions can be very, very deep and can have a lot of turmoil on a week by week or even daily basis. Our emotions can change a lot. But with the moon coming up, it just makes me feel like you guys are very in tune with your moods and emotions, especially with each other. Like you're able to communicate your moods and emotions to each other. I mean, clearly with the story here, you have shared a lot about your moods and emotions with each other. That's definitely what I'm seeing for you guys. Great communication, communicates your moods and emotions, and also you're already networked or your companions or friends are in the same friend group. So let's go ahead and move on now. Since this person right now only has a crush on you, and I'm assuming you have not pursued anything, I'm gonna pull some romance oracle cards and see what the outcome would be if you were to go for this connection. Any messages? Okay. A bunch fell on the floor. Let me grab them. Oh my god, I can't. You guys. You got let go of control issues, romantic feelings, you got trust, and you also got calling in your soulmate. I'm sorry, I have to block the companion card a little bit to make everything fit. Calling in your soulmate, it says your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Let go of control issues says allow the situation to unfold naturally, and romantic feelings says your feelings are real and worth exploring. And then the trust card says this situation is calling you to have faith. Oh my god, you guys, I'm getting the chills and I'm gonna cry right now. Okay guys, so I think a lot of you are like, oh, I don't know if they have a crush on me. I definitely have feelings for them because we did go through a lot of hard times together. They really helped me, but I don't know, are we just friends? I don't want to lose them as a friend. I really want to be able to keep this amazing friendship. I don't want to ruin anything, right? But you guys, this person is like your soulmate, seriously. Like if you have been praying about this connection, if you have been trying to visualize you guys together, keep doing it. Just go ahead and keep doing it. And if you are scared of taking the first step, I really honestly genuinely think that this person does like you back. Genuinely do. Because if you helped them or they helped you, regardless of who helped who, to be able to hold that much space for somebody else, at the bare minimum, they do deeply love you as a friend. So I don't see this person like dropping you as a friend or anything like that if you were to express your emotions to them. It might be a little bit awkward if they don't like you back, but again, I really genuinely feel like they do like you back. You have romantic feelings for them, they have romantic feelings for you, and you really need to trust the process. I think somebody's scared of making a move. Again, you guys mirror each other, so whatever your fears are about making a move, they genuinely have the same fears. They don't want to lose you either, of course. They want to keep you in their life as long as they can, because I'm deeply sensing that you are one of their best friends. They've never had a friend like this before that has helped them so much, that they've wanted to help so much. So I just genuinely feel like this is something that can blossom into a beautiful relationship and a long-lasting, deeply trusting, deeply bonded relationship, because you guys started as friends first, and that's always what creates the best, the most strong, the most intertwined emotionally relationships, because you guys were friends first and you already know each other on that level. So I'm actually going to pull some more cards for you to see if there's any other messages. Any messages for pile number one? Pile number one. Oh, one fell on the floor. All right, so you guys got the bear spirit, which is healing, and you also got the rainbow waterfall, which is miracles. Oh my god, this is freaking beautiful. And this is number 4, which in astrology is the house of home, roots, relationship, family. So that could have some significance. And there's another 4 here. So I definitely feel like you guys are family to each other, or you guys know each other's families, or you're deeply intertwined in that way, because the number 4 is coming up twice here. And then with the healing card, that's what I'm saying. Your relationship, your friendship so far has been based off healing, has grown and deepened through healing each other. You genuinely want to help each other through a hard time. You genuinely want to heal each other, and you're just there for each other. And with this bear spirit card, I feel like you guys give each other the best hugs, like these big bear hugs, and you're really there for each other, and they just feel like a teddy bear to you. Either they feel like a teddy bear to you, or you feel like a teddy bear to them. Like they cherish you so much in that way that it's just like super beautiful. Look at the imagery in this card as well. They are in like this snowy, cold cold, desolate place, but they have each other. And that's how I feel about you two. Like, you have been through such a dark, cold, treacherous time, but you helped each other out of it, and it just feels so beautiful. It feels like this connection is so deep, and I honestly, you guys, I don't even know what you're waiting for. I literally don't know what you're waiting for. And then this card here, the Miracles card, look at all these beautiful butterflies, the rainbow. I feel like that is what's gonna happen when you take the leap of faith for this, because miracles are gonna happen. This person is gonna transform your life. You have no clue. Like, wow. This is so beautiful. That imagery on this rainbow waterfall card is just like, this is the type of world you would be entering in. You will be leaving this cold, desolate place and going into this beautiful rainbow, like, waterfall, just stunning place when you guys come into union. So I feel like this crush is something to pursue 100%. If they are not making any moves and you're too scared to make moves, just go ahead and start dropping some hints. Like, I don't know how you're gonna do it because I don't know your relationship and everyone's different, but you can drop hints in so many different ways. You can tell a friend to kind of like start hinting it to them if you have any mutual friends or anything like that. But I definitely say go for it. I don't want you to miss this opportunity at all. This is absolutely stunning, beautiful. So to get more clarification and confirmation for some of you, I'm going to pull some astrology cards to hopefully get their prominent placements, prominent personality, or prominent signs. Who is crushing on pile 1? Okay, great. Got these 3 cards here. All right. So I got Cancer, I also got Mutable, and I got Trine. Okay, so Cancer is also related to the 4th house. So you're getting a lot of 4s, and I feel like this person is very nurturing. Super nurturing towards you. They provide you with a lot of comfort and protection. Nurture, comfort, and protection are all the things that Cancer really embodies. So I feel like that is them for you or you for them. It doesn't matter. It's, again, mirroring each other. But I did ask who has a crush on pile number 1. So I feel like whoever it is, they don't have to be a Cancer. They're just nurturing, comforting, and protecting towards you. And this is something that you really love about them as well. With the mutable signs coming up as well, they could be a Gemini, a Virgo, a Sagittarius, or a Pisces. But more what this is showing me is all of these signs are very helpful and very healing. Particularly Virgo and Pisces. They are super healing friends, partners, people in general. Like, Virgo is the virgin, the martyr. They are represented by just always wanting to help other people and caring about other people a lot. And Pisces, of course, being one of the honestly nicest signs in my opinion. They are always empathetic towards other people and really care about other people. So the mutable card says surrender, fluidity, and welcoming change. So they have taught you how to surrender, or you have taught them how to surrender. They are very fluid with their emotions. They are very just like welcoming, and they help you go through these changes in life. So that's another confirmation. They could be one of these signs again: Cancer, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. And with the Trine card coming up, this is talking about angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. So you guys could have planets that are trining, like really positive planets, like your Venus could be trining, or just other positive planets in your charts could be trining each other, which just means that they are at a 120-degree angle. So that is beautiful. You have angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow protecting this, friendship, this relationship. So honestly, you guys, this is absolutely beautiful. I can't believe just how beautiful this is. This is just like starting off the reading so well, because pile number 1, go for it. Like, go for it. I don't really know what else to say. This is your confirmation right now. If any of this resonated with you, I would drop a hint tonight. Like, text them tonight, be like, do you want to hang out? I need to talk to you. I need to tell you something, and just go ahead and spill it, because I bet you the way that this is gonna work out is that they're gonna say, oh my gosh, I've been waiting for you to say something. Like, let's say you were the one that was going through a hard time. They probably don't want to make any moves on you, right? Because they know that you're in a vulnerable place, and they would kind of feel like, sleazy or whatever to get at you while you're in that place. So of course they don't want to make the first move. But if you make the first move and you show them you're in a good place, I see them just being head over heels, like ecstatic about being able to express their feelings back to you. So, oh my gosh, pile number 1, I'm so happy for you. Your friend or your mentor, whoever it is that has helped you a lot or that you've helped a lot, has a huge crush on you, has a lot of really deep romantic feelings for you, and this can blossom into something really beautiful. I love it so much. I'm gonna roll the astro dice one more time. What would be the outcome of pursuing this? What would be the outcome of pursuing this? No. What would be the outcome of pursuing this? Yes. Okay, Mars in the 9th house and Scorpio. Okay, so with Mars, this is talking about ambition, passion, drive. So I feel like you guys will have so much passion for each other. Usually Mars, I think more about career and things like that, like your ambitions. But when it's in a relationship, it actually talks about really, really passionate relationships. The ninth house is the house of Sagittarius, growth, expansion. So what it's telling me with the question that I asked is that you guys will grow and expand so much individually and together when and if you decide to pursue this. And finally with Scorpio is honestly an obsessed sign. It is a transformative sign. It's a very intense sign. I'm talking so fast and I'm stumbling on my words, so sorry about that. Yeah, Scorpio, like I feel like you're gonna have that level of intensity towards each other, and I know some people are scared of that level of intensity, right? Because they want something more lighthearted, but you have gone through such dark times with each other and have seen each other through such beautiful, harsh things that I feel like you guys are just gonna be deeply, deeply intertwined and deeply, deeply just bonded. Scorpio also actually naturally sits in the 8th house, and the 8th house talks about bonding at the deepest level, going through so much together that you're so bonded that you're bonded for life. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys. So honestly, what are you waiting for? Click off this reading right now and like just hit them up, because I feel like you can gain so much from this and you can give so much for, you know, the other person as well. And I think that this is going to be an absolutely beautiful, beautiful union. With that being said, I'm going to pull one more card for you. It'll be a mindful message card, and this is just what to be mindful about regarding this crush and this situation, and how you can maybe turn this from a crush into a relationship. Any messages for pile number? Okay. So we got 2 cards here, which I will take. All right, so first things first, we got guidance system. I love using my emotions as a guidance system. They show me how close or far away I am from what I want. When I am feeling joy and doing the things I love, I am in a state of allowing for my desires. I notice when I am feeling low vibrational thoughts and shift them to release resistance. You guys, so I feel like, yes, some of you are like, I don't know what to do. I don't know if this is a good idea to pursue this. I don't want to lose them. And you get into this like negative, lower vibrational thing because worries, fears, anxiety, that's the lower vibrational energies. And this person, I feel like, brings you a bunch of joy, high vibes and stuff like that, but you still like go home at the end of the day, and I'm seeing you're still mulling it over, right? With this 4 of Swords as well. You get into this kind of energy where after a hangout, you're like, man, are we just friends or do we like each other? Like, what is it? I feel like there's times where you've pulled away from this friendship, this relationship, because simply you're just scared of your own feelings, or if they have feelings for you, whatever it might be. I just feel like you feel a lot and you don't always listen to your own inner guidance system. So this is why this card came up. Make sure you're listening to your emotions and your intuition about this. I know that you know what the right thing is to do, but of course it's going to require courage. And then second, we got magic. Oh my gosh. The magic card says there is magic and miracles all around me. Where others see coincidence, I see evidence of life's synchronicities. I love filling life with wonder and magic. It's way more fun that way. So I don't know if I mentioned this before, but when you get the same message twice, it is a prophetic message. Okay, so we got miracles twice. I know it says magic, but it says miracles in the description. I'm telling you that you can have this. Look at this card. Okay, you can have this with this crush. You could turn this into magical miracle relationship where you just never expected it to turn out this way, but it did. And I could see that it just becomes a really, really significant relationship. Some of you can end up marrying your best friend. Like, this is absolutely beautiful, you guys. I love this so much, and I'm wishing you nothing but the best. I think you should just definitely go for it. Like, right after this, turn off your computer or your phone or whatever you're currently watching this on and pursue this person. Like, go after this person, because I wouldn't want you to miss on this. Oh my gosh. So that's all I have for you today, pile number 1. Thank you so much for letting me read for you today. This has been such an exciting and beautiful reading, honestly, and I loved every single moment of it. So if you did enjoy this video, please drop me a like down below and comment something so we can get to know each other better. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I post every single Sunday, so go ahead and add Kelly Guidance to your self-care Sunday. And remember, always be kind to yourself and others. Until next time, bye group 1. Hi pile 2. If you chose this card in the green Aventurine point, this is your reading. So these are actually 2 archetype cards that I pulled to see who your crush is, but I'm not going to start with that, so let's go ahead and take that away and start with your tarot. So the tarot that you received was 2 of Wands, 8 of Swords, 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right in. So I pulled tarot to kind of depict the story that happens between you two. When you guys first met, either you or them were starting to go into this process of future planning, making decisions. Two of Wands also talks about traveling. So it could be that you guys were getting ready to travel somewhere or go somewhere or do something that is out of your normal realm. And then with the next 3 cards coming up, this is a lot of swords and a lot of wands energy. So it makes me feel like you guys were going through a bit of a tough time, or they were going through a bit of a tough time when you guys were first meeting and first coming into union. So with the 8 of Swords, it actually talks about having negative thoughts, self-imposed restriction, imprisonment, and having like a victim mentality. If you could see in the card, they are tied, but they are tied very loosely, like they could get out of it. So I feel like whoever this is talking about, they were planning on going somewhere, but maybe they let a lot of their thoughts, negative thoughts, stop them from going, or made their decision process a little bit longer than it needed it to be. Moving on to the 9 of Wands, this talks about resilience, having courage, being persistent, a test of faith, and boundaries. So all of these 3 cards coming together, it makes me feel like between you two, maybe one of you encouraged the other person to get out of their head and just pursue what they wanted to do. And after you guys convinced each other that it is a good idea, it goes into the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands talks about burdens, extra responsibilities, hard work, and completion. So it doesn't have to be negative. I feel like whatever it is that they decided to do, they knew going into it that it was going to be hard. So that's why they have this anxiety, this fear, these negative thoughts coming up, but they are resilient, and you have helped them, or they have helped you understand that and help them go and move forward with it. So they decided to take it on, and it is extra responsibilities and a bit of a burden, but it is something that they can absolutely do. And then it's so happy because we move on to the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. The Queen of Pentacles is very nurturing, practical. They provide financially for their family and their loved ones, and it also represents a working parent. So this could be them or you, or it could be both of you, but it just seems as though you guys have helped each other in some type of maybe financial pursuit or career pursuit. You guys could be co-workers or know each other on some other professional level. It seems like you could also be friends for sure, but it does lean towards this type of story where you have helped them decide on things and move forward with that decision. So this could also mean like maybe you help them through a breakup or help them decide on breaking up, or they could have helped you, because we do end with the Ace of Cups, which talks about love, new relationships, compassion, and creativity. So maybe all of this stuff you've helped them awaken their creativity and their compassion and more love into their life, but it could also mean that it manifested in a new relationship or a new level of a relationship between you two or with somebody else. So go ahead and take what resonates, but I definitely see in general there had been some decision to be made with anxiety about that decision, but one or both of you have helped each other to move forward with the decision and go for it, and that has created a crush. So let's go ahead and see what archetype cards I pulled for you. Pile number 2. So I got the Networker card, which the light attribute says enhances unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. So yes, I definitely think they're super empathetic towards you, and they really do care about what you're going through. The shadow attributes does say conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. So this doesn't mean that they're in their shadow, but this is a shadow of this archetype. So just be wary of that. And the second archetype I got for you was gossip. So honestly, they could be somebody that kind of gossips a lot or kind of spreads a lot of information. They have a lot of friends. This is honestly giving me Libra energy. So they could be a Libra. The light attributes for gossip says awakens consideration for the feelings of others, honoring trust. And the shadow attribute says thrives on power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidences. So yeah, there's a positive side and a negative side to all the archetypes, but I definitely feel like this person is somebody that has a lot of friends, has a big network and a lot of different opportunities in their life, and they might have a little bit of a problem with gossiping because they probably just know a lot of people and they just probably talk to a lot of people, so they lean towards maybe spreading a lot of people's information. I don't know, take what resonates, but this person definitely has has a crush on you. And I feel like this card could also be talking about they talk about you to other people, or there's a lot of gossip surrounding you guys, meaning like, oh, everybody knows so and so likes each other, so and so should already be together, oh, I ship so and so, which is you too. And a lot of people are talking like this behind you guys' back because they see that you have a chemistry and you should be together. You know, take what resonates. Before we move on to any more oracle cards, I'm gonna go ahead and roll these astro dice. I really love these astro dice. They have been my favorite form of divination. As you guys might know, I love astrology so much and I have been studying it a lot, and I feel like these astro dice have given me such insightful answers, and I honestly pick them up way more than tarot and oracle cards, so they are going to be a staple in all of my readings going forward. And also, if you're interested in learning more about astrology, I do have a bunch of videos about astrology, so I'll link in the description below my astrology playlist. So if you're interested, go ahead and click the links so you can check out my astrology videos. Who has a crush on pile number 2? Okay. So we're getting Uranus, which is the ruler of Aquarius. We're also getting the second house, which means it could be Taurus, and we're getting Leo as well. So honestly, you guys, with the Uranus coming up, this person is probably very unconventional. Aquarius is also a genius archetype, so they could be very, very smart. And Aquarius also rules over the 11th house of network. So I, again, feel like this person has a big, big network. They probably have a lot of friends, a lot of connections, and they are very, very smart people. And they really care about change and humanity as well. So that might have been the hard decision that they were trying to decide on, if they wanted to leave behind their family and their friends and where they're from to go out into the world and achieve things that they really believe in with their heart. So with the second house coming up, this is talking about our money and our possessions. This is the house of Taurus, basically kind of a house of materials and material possessions. So this person can have a lot of material possessions. They could have a lot of wealth. They could be very financially well off, or they are focused on that in their life. They could have a second house stellium, or they could just be really focused on networking and money. So with Leo also coming up, they could be a Leo or have prominent Leo placements, or this could just mean that they're kind of funny. They're kind of like the clown, the fool. They're always trying to make people laugh. They want to be the center of attention. So all of these archetypes are coming up. I feel like they are, definitely focused on networking, money, and they have a big, big personality is what I'm seeing. So let's go ahead and move on. I'm going to get some romance oracle cards, and we're gonna ask Spirit what would happen if you were to pursue this crush and try to make it a relationship. So what would be the outcome of this? Oh, okay, 2 cards fell on the floor, and then there's these 3 cards here. All right, but I'm gonna take them all. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we got finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. And we got true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. And then we also got pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. And we also got calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And then we also got the trust card, which says this situation is calling for you to have faith. I do see that you guys have the potential to be soulmates, and this could be a very true love. But with the red flags and the finances coming up and also the gossip, I feel like this person, it's not like they are a saint, right? So they probably have some issues with gossiping. They're probably way too focused on their finances and career. That's probably a very big part of their life, which is why I feel like the second house came up in the astro dice. This is probably gonna be something that they prioritize all of their life. So just pay attention to the red flags in that regard. Like if you do try to pursue this as a relationship, I see that it will be one of your soulmates and definitely a true love, but we also have a lot of soulmates, okay? So don't feel like you're stuck to this one person. And the red flags thing, I feel like that means like if you're not really cool with how much they spend on their career, if that's not admirable to you and you're gonna go ahead and try to pursue this person, you have to just know that you at times might be on the back burner of their mind or their thoughts because they're focused on their career, which is not always a bad thing, because you know what, personally I would want whoever I'm with to be focused on their own thing and have their own thing going on, because I wouldn't want to have them rely on me too much for emotional things or even financial or anything, you know. I want them to be whole within themselves and have their own things, and then I would be whole in myself and have my own things. So everyone's different, but if that's a red flag for you, like not having enough time or prioritizing other things more than relationships, then just make sure that you're aware of that. The pay attentions to red flags card can also be talking about your own red flags. So previous relationships, red flags have came up. You should be learning from your older relationships to make sure that your newest relationships can grow and build upon what you have learned in the past. So overall, I feel like yes, this could turn into something great, but I feel like there's a little bit of lack of trust between you two, meaning not like you don't trust each other, but you're just not 100% sure. Maybe you're not communicating all the way. Maybe you just feel like this might not work out because you're more of like work friends, or you're more in network with each other on a professional level, so you're not sure if it's something that you want to go into thinking about relationship. But honestly, a lot of people have met their spouse through work. It's not uncommon at all to meet somebody that you like or your future partner at work. It's actually very, very common. You know, use your discernment and see if this is something that's right for you. And for some of you, definitely it's a coworker or something like that, or somebody you know on a more professional level. But I think that this is worth trying. Take it slow, and if you don't want to make the first move completely, I would suggest maybe starting to drop some hints if you are interested in this person as well. So I'm gonna get some more oracle cards to see what other messages we have. Pile number 2. Alright. Okay. So we did get the Grace card, which I'll put right here. So Grace says, Grace, blessing, come to me to set me free. And there's 3 people right here. So yeah, I really feel like you guys are friends already, or in some type of group together. It could be like a 3-person group or more. But yeah, you're in some type of network together. And honestly, either you think that this person is very graceful, or they think that you're very graceful, and that's a reason why they have a crush on you. So let's say that you have a crush on them back, but you're very, very graceful about it. You do not show all your cards, and they really like that about you because it makes you mysterious. It makes you graceful. They're not sure 100% about what you're feeling, and you're clearly not sure about what they're feeling because you're on this video. But grace is a huge thing between you two. They think that you are very like graceful, that you hold yourself very, very well. And I think that's really, really beautiful. And we have another 2 here. So this could, again, be representative of the 2nd house. So you could be a Taurus. They could be a Taurus. I'm going to get some astrology cards out to see who we're talking about. So any confirmations? Okay. Any confirmations? Okay. So I'm getting Uranus again. So I got that in the Astro Dice before, so I definitely think that they have Aquarius or Uranus energy. And we're also getting house 2. Oh my god, you guys, I can't make this up. And then we're also getting Leo, which we, guys, I literally rolled this. I literally rolled this. Oh my god, I can't. And then we're also getting Sagittarius and Cardinal. Okay, so let's go through this. So Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. So again, they could have big Aquarius energy. They could have a huge network. They could be very smart. The archetypes for Aquarius is like the genius. So they could be very, very smart. And house 2 came up again, physical security, possessions, material value, and self-worth. So maybe another thing with house 2 is they could have a period of time where they were struggling with their self-worth and you helped them with that. So maybe that's why they have a crush on you. And Leo coming out, Leo's very self-confident, loyal, and creative. So maybe they had a moment where they weren't into their Leo energy, but then you helped them become self-confident again. And this is something that's very, very important to them. So with you helping them with such an important thing, of course, they have developed feelings for you, and they could have like big Leo and Aquarius energy right now. Leo and Aquarius actually are opposite signs, so they're the exact opposite of each other, but that means that this person might have both of those energies and be quite well rounded. We move on to Sagittarius, which says optimism, exploration, and freedom. This could be a big theme for them because this is also kind of related to the 2 of Wands, basically traveling, exploring, having freedom. I feel like they did go somewhere, or they will go somewhere, or maybe you guys will travel somewhere together, because Sagittarius does talk about long distance travel. It is the natural 9th house. That definitely can be in your cards as well. I can't get over the Uranus 2nd house in Leo because I literally rolled that. That's crazy. I literally rolled that. I'm like at a loss for words right now. So also the cardinal card talks about instigation, bravery, and a pioneering spirit. So I feel like that's either you or them. Like I said with the tarot, one of you pushed each other to just go ahead and pursue whatever it is that you want to do. Like we're in your ear like, go ahead and do it, just do it, just do it, just do it, you know, hella instigating you. And I feel like it actually helped you, or you actually really helped them by instigating, because it actually pushed them to achieving or doing whatever that they wanted to do. They could also be an Aries, Cancer, Libra, or Capricorn. I know that's a lot of signs, but those are the signs that are coming up. So these are all the different things that are coming up for them. If this is resonating with you, I think that this is something that you could definitely pursue. I think that this would be very, very fruitful. It seems like you guys would end up being a power couple because you're both very, very driven. You have helped each other a lot. This person's going to help you get a bigger network as well. They're going to share with you. They're going to hold you at a very high light. And I feel like they're going to talk about you very, very highly as well, because if they do have Leo energy, Leos are very prideful. So they're going to have a big ego and a prideful about themselves, but also who they're with. They're going to talk you up a lot. So that's going to be really, really beautiful to have in your life as well, pile number 2. So I think that's all I have for you today. Overall, this person that has a crush on you, you probably already know them through some type of networking. And I think that they, although they are very focused on finances, house 2 type of things, I think that they would make room for you in their life if you were to pursue them, or drop a hint that you would be okay with being pursued by them, because I do see that they have some type of feelings for you. Let's go ahead and pull a little bit more cards and see if there's any other messages for you. Any more messages for okay, one fell on the floor as well. All right, so we got divination and we also got memory. So divination is reducing down to 5, and the memory card is reducing down to 7. So house 7 talks about partnerships, one-on-one relationships, and house 5 is talking about creativity. It's also the house of Leo. So I'm getting Leo energy here. I'm also seeing Scorpio and the North Node, if that has any relevance to you. And then also the sun here. So Leo energy again. I definitely feel like a lot of Leo energy. So with the divination card, this means that they could be very spiritual, or you could be very spiritual, and maybe you'll all do divinations with each other to figure it out. And also this whole thing, this pick a card reading, is all divination. So maybe you're using a lot of divination to figure out this connection. And then the memory card, I feel like what this means is you guys actually have a lot of memories together, and that you can make a lot more memories together. I feel like you guys have a close bond right now, but it can grow more and more. Oh, and also you guys, the green Aventurine stone talks about strength, confidence, courage, happiness, optimism. So those are the things that represent Leo as well. Leo is very confident, very courageous, and is represented by the strength card in tarot. And furthermore, the stone also talks about pushing us to take action to acquire what we want out of life, get out of our comfort zone and take new opportunities, luck, good fortune, manifesting, prosperity, abundance, and it's also related to the heart chakra. So that actually fits really, really well and ties in the whole reading with the stone pushing us to take action on what we want to acquire in life. That's what I'm saying. I feel like you two do that for each other. You tell each other that you can do it, and you're really supportive of each other, and you make a lot of good strides for each other, and you bring a lot of good luck and good fortune into each other's life. So I think it's really, really awesome. I think finances and career is a major thing in both of your lives, and maybe that's how you guys connect. But I feel like you can invite love into your life and not focus on just house 2 things. You would totally be a power couple. So if you did make it to the very, very end, I'm going to pull one more card for you. It's going to be a mindful message card, and this mindful message is just going to help you be mindful about a particular thing in relation to this connection. Pile number 2, messages for pile number 2. Pile number... Oh, it fell on the floor. Okay, so I got the magic card, you guys. The magic card says, there is magic and miracles all around me. Where others see coincidences, I see evidence of life's synchronicities. I love filling life with wonder and magic. It's way more fun that way. So yeah, I feel like they bring a lot of magic into your life. You bring a lot of magic into their life. You guys mirror each other, like I said, and you just bring so much like good energy to each other's lives. But I feel like you're just scared to make a move, or they're scared to make a move, or you're just not sure how it's going to turn out, because maybe if you're a work friend or coworkers or something on a more professional or networking level, you probably don't want to cross that boundary. But I'm telling you that it's going to end up really, really magical for you if you decide to pursue this. And sometimes we just got to make that move, and it'll be a lot more worth it than wondering for the rest of our lives. So that's all I have for you today, pile number 2. I really, really enjoyed this reading, and thank you so much for letting me read for you today. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you drop me a big like down below and comment me something so we can get to know each other better. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button below. I post every single Sunday. So go ahead and add Kelly Guidance to your self-care Sunday. And remember, always be kind to yourself and others. Until next time. Bye, group 2. Hi, pal 3. If you chose this card and the tiger's eye point, this is your reading. So these are actually 2 archetype cards that I pulled to get to know your crush and who they are. But we're not going to start with these, so let me take these away. So for you, pal number 3, we got the 3 of Swords. We got the Hanged One. We got the World card. We also got the Emperor card. Wow. And we also got the 6 of Wands and the 9 of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. Wow. All right, so the reason why I pulled tarot, even though I asked who is crushing on you, is because this tarot is a story of how you know each other or how you met or what you were going through or what they were going through when the feelings started to develop. So I definitely think that one of you was going through a heartbreak, probably a breakup, something that was very heartbreaking. It could be a loss of a friend, a loss of a job, a loss of something where it caused a lot of emotional pain for one of you. So I feel like whatever heartbreak it was for either you or them, they helped you kind of get over this a little bit. They helped you understand that pausing and surrendering to the circumstances is the right thing to do, letting go and having new perspectives. And if they didn't actually help you in this is what was going on in your life or their life while they were starting to meet you. It could be that you were getting over a breakup and you were focusing on letting go, or they were focusing on letting go, and then you guys met. Moving on to the World card. The World talks about completion, integration, accomplishment, and travel. So you could have met them after this heartbreak, after letting go, when you were traveling, and or you have traveled together before. The World card also has all of the fixed signs, so Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo. That could be your signs, that could be their signs. They could have those signs in their chart. You have those signs in your chart, but you don't have to. So I feel like when you guys got through this heartbreak and started to let go, you started to think about other things that you wanted to do, other travels that you wanted to do, other accomplishments that you wanted to do, and you started to just get over what had happened and went into the world. With the Emperor card coming next, the Emperor is Aries energy. So you could be an Aries, they could be an Aries. The Emperor talks about authority, establishment, structure, a father figure. So this person or you could have came into each other's life and really shown them like this stable figure, this authority figure, this kind of father figure type of person, and you could have been that for each other, or one person could have that energy and really show each other that they are important in this world and that they are accomplished in this world and they could do whatever they set their mind to, because that is all Aries things. Aries is very courageous, very confident. And then the last 2 cards are really, really positive. So we got the 6 of Wands, which actually can talk about fame, success, public recognition, progress, self-confidence. So I feel like you or them were going through a low self-confidence time, and you guys had either helped each other or you guys watched each other get out of that, start to explore again, become the Emperor, and then gain all this recognition and fame. You could be in the public light, but you don't have to be. You could have some type of career where you do deal with public facing people, but you're not like on social media or anything. But regardless of whatever it is, you will gain recognition, or you have already. And this is something that had made their crush intensify for you, because they're like, wow, this person has pulled themselves out of this heartbreak and became this Emperor, this 6 of Wands person. And then we also move into the 9 of Pentacles, which is really, really beautiful, because the 9 of Pentacles talks about abundance, luxury, self-sufficiency, and financial independence. So this person either experienced this glow up, this huge glow up, or you experience this huge glow up and they're like, I'm totally attracted to this person. This person is amazing. They have gone through so much. They are so strong, so confident. And of course, why wouldn't I have feelings for them? Like, they're everything. So that's what I'm seeing for the storyline of how you met or how this crush developed. Definitely some harsh stuff, a little bit of letting go had to happen, maybe some travel, and then you get into your Emperor energy, gain some fame and some financial abundance. So throughout this process, this is when they met you or when they developed their crush on you. Let's go ahead and move on to the archetype cards that I pulled for you. So the archetype for the other person, the person that has a crush on you, is King. Oh my god. And the light attributes are enlightened, benevolent, leadership, benefiting those in your charge. And the shadow attributes are excessive feelings of entitlement, rulership without restraint. So every archetype has a light and shadow. This doesn't mean that they're in their shadow. It just means like that's something they have to be wary about with this archetype. And then the second card that I got for them is mystic. So the light attribute is revels in intimate union with the divine, and shadow attribute says delusional rapport with the divine. Right off the bat, this person is very royal and very spiritual. So they could have a royal energy about them, and that's why they're attracted to you, because they see that you also have this royal, regal energy about you. And then they could also connect with you because of spiritual things, or they feel like you're mystical, they're mystical. So this is, again, what I pulled for their archetype, and we're getting a lot of purples and blues. So I definitely think that they have their third eye wide freaking open, and their crown chakra is very wide open as well. They're very connected to the divine. It's funny that you picked the tiger's eye as well, because this does talk about self-confidence, inner strength, personal willpower. It is connected to the root chakra, the solar plexus chakra, sacral chakra, and it also helps with healing, balancing physical and emotional well-being. It helps us stand up tall, stop the self-sabotaging. It helps enhance psychic abilities, and it helps with grounding as well. So all of these things, that's how they feel about you, that you're very self-confident. You've really pulled yourself out. They have a lot of self-confidence too if they're the king archetype. I mean, they are like this royal energy. They have a lot of strength, a lot of willpower. They are connected to their chakras. All their chakras are balanced. They probably do a lot of energy work with this mystic card coming up. They are very in tune with the chakra system. They're in tune with meditation, yoga, their body, their mental state, everything like that. It seems like they're a really well-rounded person. Honestly, with the world card, it seems like they've been a lot of places and they have not met anybody like you. I feel like they have very high standards, because if they are the king archetype, if they are royal in some sense, whether they just come from a really nice family or really good high status family, or they have a lot of high status just because of their career or anything like that, or who they are in general, or they could actually literally be royalty for some of you. They think very highly of themselves. I feel like they are humble, but they do think highly of themselves. And when they're looking for a partner, or when they have crushes on people, the person has to be really, really impressive. So I do think that you really, really impress them because they saw you go through this huge glow up, or they went through a huge glow up. So with that being said, I'm going to take out my favorite divination tool, the Astro Dice. And this is my favorite divination tool because, if you guys didn't know, I absolutely adore astrology. I study astrology on my free time, and it is one of my biggest hobbies and passions. So if you're interested, I actually have an entire playlist on my channel about astrology. If you want to learn more about astrology, I will link that playlist down in the description below. Who is pile number 3's crush? Who is pile number 3's crush? Okay, so we're getting Uranus, third house, and Aquarius. Okay, this is double Aquarius because Uranus rules over Aquarius. So this person is very, very smart, because the archetype for Aquarius is the genius, and it's symbolized by the water bearer. This is not a water sign, this is an air sign. So this is talking about intellect, and they probably have a really big network as well, because Aquarius rules over the 11th house of aspiration, goals, and network. So I feel like this person is super, super smart. This person is a little bit airy and detached though, so it might be hard to understand what they actually feel about you because they probably have not verbalized it. They're probably a little bit more on the back burner or waiting for you to say something to them. And then Uranus also talks about radical change. So this person could be humanitarian. They could do things in their life that provokes radical changes in the society or the community that they live in. And again, they could have a lot of friends or a big network. And then also with the third house, this is communication. This is the house of Gemini. So they could have Gemini placements as well, or they could be in a career that requires communication, or they could be very good communicators. The third house is also talking about short travels. So you could have a lot of short trips with this person, or this person could take a lot of short trips. And the third house also talks about our siblings. So you might know their siblings, or that's how you might have met. There could be a lot within that, but definitely something about communication, something about short travel, or something about siblings for the third house. So if that's resonating with you, that is who your crush is. They could have siblings. They could be Aquarius, big Aquarius energy actually. They could be a humanitarian. And honestly, with the king archetype coming up, I feel like they do care about other people. I don't see them as being a tyrant type of king. I see them as being a benevolent king that is serious about their leadership abilities. Okay, so that is who we have on the table right now. So now I'm going to go ahead and pull some romance oracle cards to see what would happen if you were to pursue this relationship with this person. Pile number 3. Oh, okay. So looks like 4 cards popped out here. Okay, so we got the trust card. It says this situation is calling for you to have faith. And then finances and career are also coming up. And that says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. And then we also got the heart to heart conversations card, which says honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Oh my god. And then of course we also got the getting to know each other card, which says as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So yeah, I feel like yes, you already know each other, but you're getting to know each other on a deeper level. I feel like yes, they're very regal, they have a lot of connections, they probably don't have a lot of time, so it might be far and few between when you guys can have a personal one-on-one conversation with each other. So if you do like this person back or you're interested in this person, I would definitely say once you do have those one-on-one times with them, that you should take advantage of them and really try to get to know each other on a deeper level. Don't just ask about the weather, don't ask about, you know, how they're feeling that day. I mean, of course that's a nice thing to ask, but I think that if you go ahead and open up and share more about you, they'll share more about them and your bond will deepen in that way, because we can't keep it surface level anymore. We gotta get deep into this. And then with the trust card coming up, I feel like you probably have an inkling this person likes you, or maybe that you really like them back, but you're not sure what to do. I mean, you're here on this video trying to figure out what to do, but the universe is telling you to have trust in this relationship and that things will unfold for you in a good way. With the finances and career card coming up, I feel like, yeah, it could be that you work together, or maybe your career or your finances in general are not lining up. You guys could be on different levels financially, but honestly, whoever is the Nine of Pentacles, or whoever this card is, or whoever this story is represented of more, I feel like this person can help you manifest and achieve more abundance into your life. Don't be too scared about finances and career getting in the way of this relationship, because a relationship shouldn't really be based off finances and career anyway. It should be based off of mutual love, respect, and trust. So we do have the trust here. And then heart-to-heart conversations, I rarely pull this card, so I feel like you guys have really deep communication with each other at times, or it's encouraging you to have heart-to-heart conversations. It says honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So I just feel like, yeah, you both like each other, you've been liking each other for a while, but you feel like you want to get to know each other more, you feel like things are in the way, but I feel like if you just go ahead and open up and tell them how you feel, that most likely they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I've been waiting for you to say something, because I totally feel that same exact way about you. And I think that it's going to just turn out really, really well. It could turn into a really significant relationship between you two if you decide to pursue this, pile number 3. So since they actually got the king archetype, I'm going to pull out the goddess oracle cards and see what goddesses are protecting this union, what goddesses are looking over this union, or what type of goddess do they see you as. And if you don't identify with feminine, then this is just what they see you as when you are in your feminine. Doesn't matter if you're masculine, you are feminine sometimes. These are just as feminine traits that they see in you that they admire about you. Goddess energy, pile number 3. Okay, that's a ton of cards, but I'm gonna take it. All right, so first things first, we got Iris, which is the goddess of communication. Again, I feel like you can communicate more. The goddess of communication is telling you to communicate more. And then we're also getting Lilith, which is a badass goddess, one of my favorites. She is the goddess of independence. So I feel like they think that you're very independent, and if you're not expressing your feelings to them, that actually makes them like you even more in a way, because you're mysterious and you're independent. It's not saying that they don't want you to open up your feelings, they do, but it just feels like they think that you're so independent, you're so strong. If you are the feminine, you're not like weepy or clingy or anything like that, which tends to drive masculine energy away, actually, because masculine energy wants to be independent and wants the person that they're with to also be independent. And when you guys come together in union, you can just enjoy each other's presence as two whole people. So that's what I'm getting for you. And then we also got Bestia, the goddess of home, and 22 reduces down to 4. So it could be that you might be sharing a home together in the future, or you make them feel like a little piece of home is what I'm hearing. And something about you feels homey, like something about you feels like girl next door or boy next door, you know what I mean? Like there's something about you that just feels so comforting to them, and that's why they just really, really like you. We also got another really powerful goddess. We got the goddess of Kali, which is the goddess of liberation. This could mean that they feel like you're really liberated in how you feel, in your expression, and they really like that, because if they're the king archetype, they're usually trying to keep themselves in a high standard. They can't always say whatever they want, do whatever they want, but they see you as being very liberated and being able to communicate and be strong, and they really admire that in you, and I think that's absolutely beautiful. And then of course we have the goddess of Yuzame, I probably butchered that. It's the goddess of humor. So of course you guys probably share a lot of laughs together, which is really, really beautiful because that's how you build a really strong bond with each other, having the same sense of humor, making each other laugh. And I feel like that's something they really, really appreciate in you. Or it could be that you guys just have the same type of humor. And then we also got the goddess of Parvati, which is the goddess of devotion. So I honestly feel like when you or them were going through this heartbreak, you guys probably shared something with each other that showed your devotion. Or it could be like even the finances, a career. They could see that you're very dedicated to your finances with the Nine of Pentacles as well, or your career in general. And that's very attractive to them because they are probably also in their bag, right? So they want somebody that's also devoted to their finances or devoted to their family or devoted to themselves in some way. So that is another thing that they find super, super attractive about you, pile number 3. And then finally, we got the goddess of Persephone. I'm probably butchering that as well. I am so sorry. But this is the goddess of inexperience. So, okay, I feel like they feel like you're inexperienced in some things, but it's like an innocent inexperience. So like Fool card in the tarot talks about like new beginnings and innocence and kind of just jumping off a cliff, right? And going into the unknown. And that's kind of what I feel like they feel about you. You're inexperienced in some things that they are really experienced in, and they find that actually attractive because they want to teach you things. They want to learn with you. They want to grow with you. So they definitely like that you're not experiencing absolutely everything they're experiencing, because then you can't teach each other stuff. And I'm sure that they're inexperienced in things that you're experiencing as well. So this is not any type of stab or anything like that. I just feel like they like the fact that they can teach you things and that you can teach them things. So overall, a lot of goddesses wanted to come out, and I feel like they think you're such a goddess. I mean, especially if they're the king archetype, they're looking for a queen, right? So, and I definitely see that they think you are a queen, honey. I definitely think that this person is going to treat you very, very well if you decide to pursue this. If they are truly the king type, they're going to treat you like royalty. That's all they know. So of course, that's all they're going to portray out as well. So honestly, this is really, really beautiful. I think they think so highly of you. I think you guys are going to have really beautiful heart-to-heart conversations in the future if you haven't already. And I'm going to actually roll the astro dice one more time to see if any other messages come up or any other confirmations come up. Any messages for pile number 3? All right, Aries, second house, and oh gosh. And with the Uranus, this is radical change. This is Aquarius energy, so they could have Aquarius energy, or you guys could be involved in something that, yeah, like radically changes your community or the group that you're in, or this could be a mutual thing between you two, or it could just mean that you both radically change in your personal life all the time. This is like transformations, things like that. And the second house coming up is also talking about money and possessions and material stuff. So I'm seeing like a lot of materialistic things coming up with the Nine of Pentacles, the second house, finances and career. So that could be a focus for sure in your relationship. Maybe you both care about those things because it provides security, which is not a bad thing at all. I just think that it's just prominent in this relationship, this connection. It's very prominent. Like it's something that you probably not going to be able to get away from. And then with Aries is talking about being courageous. So I think that you're going to need some courage to go ahead and pursue this. You might think that they're above you because they have this king archetype, right? But they're not. They see you just as highly. And Aries is a very, very confident. Aries is like, I am and I can and I can do whatever I want. And they're never scared. They're very impulsive. So I think Spirit is trying to say, be a little bit impulsive, be a little bit more courageous, you know, and just get into that inner confidence, inner strength, personal willpower, and go ahead and just pursue this if this is something that you've always wanted or you've always been curious, you know, about. So that is a beautiful message. And then, so just to get a little bit more clarification about who this is, I am going to pull some astrology cards as well. Who is crushing on pile number 3? Okay, so one card here on the side, I got yin energy, and then I also got South Node. Okay, so with the yin, this is half the zodiac, but the more yin signs are Taurus, Cancer, Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Pisces. So they could have more of those energies in them, or they could just have a very intuitive, trusting, patient, spiritual, and receptive personality, which I definitely do see because they also got the Mystic card. So with the South Node, this is destined to release. Usually the South Node talks about our past lives and what we have already experienced. With this coming up for them, I feel like they are doing a lot of things that they're already comfortable with. So for example, if their south node is in the second house, which came up earlier, that means in their previous life they had a lot of material possessions, all these house 2 things, right? And maybe in this life again they are focused on those house 2 things, which is not necessarily the best for their soul growth. Like you want to go towards your north node, you don't want to go towards your south node, because south node is what you're already comfortable with. So I feel like if you guys do get into union, you're going to help them reach towards their north node versus their south node, because we don't want to stay in the past. We don't want to repeat our lessons from previous lives or anything like that, if you believe in that. If we were to reincarnate, right, into this new life, we want to do new things. We want to have different soul growth, different lessons, etc. So I think that's why the south node is coming up, and I feel like there's something that they need to release, or patterns they need to release, or focuses that they need to release, probably finances and career. The focus on it is too strong. So if their south node is in the second house, that means that their north node is in the 8th house of transformation, sexuality, and all things mysterious. So I see that they already are working towards that, because they got the Mystic card, and the 8th house is all about those things like death, sex, transformation, all of that. So I feel like with getting in union with you, you could help them open up spiritually even more than they have, and that will help them reach their north node. So that is all I have for you today, pile number 3. But if you did make it to the very end, I'm going to pull one more card for you. It is a mindful message card. This is just going to be a mindful message that Spirit wants you to know to either enhance this connection or bring this connection from a crush to an actual relationship. Pile number 3. Oh, okay. All right. So we got the play card. The play card says, I am completely engaged in what I do. In the here and now, I call it play instead of work. I am deeply fulfilled by all that I do. So with this work coming up again in finances and career, I feel like you're both mirroring each other, right? And this is south node as well. So I feel like you guys are both really focused on work, and that's probably why they're so attracted to you, because I feel like their south node could be in the second house, or your south node could be in the second house. I don't know. But regardless, you guys are really focused on finances and career with the 9 of Pentacles, everything coming up. So the encouragement here is you don't have to necessarily drop your career or drop your job or how much you care about those second house things or 10th house things, but you just want to make sure that you feel like you're playing in the process. Like for me, I love doing these tarot readings for you guys on YouTube for free, but if I didn't love it, then it wouldn't be sustainable. Does that make sense? Like if I didn't genuinely love this and feel like it was a form of play and expression and creativity, then it would not be sustainable. So your job, your career, your finances, all those things is not going to be sustainable unless you have some way to add fun into it, some play into it. So that's the message that is going to actually help you get this union together even further. And I feel like this is also something that you're going to actually end up teaching the other person as well, because they seem to be very into their finances, networking, and career and reputation as well. With the King archetype, they definitely have some type of leadership role. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much, pile number 3, for letting me read for you today. I really enjoyed this reading, and I hope that you guys do try to pursue this relationship, because I think that it would end up really well for you guys. It'd be a really good match. So yeah, with that being said, if you did enjoy this video, please drop me a big like down below. Also comment down below if this reading has resonated for you. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I post every single Sunday. So go ahead and add Kelly Guidance to your self-care Sunday. And remember, always be kind to yourself and others. Until next time. Bye, group 3. Hi, pal 4. If you chose this card and the Citrine stone, this is your reading. So these cards are actually 2 archetype cards that I pulled to identify who your crush is, but I'm not going to start with these. So let's go ahead and take that away and start with your tarot. So I pulled tarot to kind of understand the story between you guys, what happened when you first met, or what happens when they were developing these feelings for you. So for you, pile number 4, I got the Magician, the Lovers, the Star, wow, all major arcana, the Ace of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Emperor. Wow, another major arcana. 4 major arcana, you guys. That's crazy. Okay, you guys, so this is definitely right off the bat a very, very significant crush, a very significant union. This person thinks so highly of you. So we do have the Magician card coming up. It could be that they witnessed you manifesting a lot, basically see you as a magician. You're super resourceful. You were able to attract so many things in your life, and that really inspired them. They're like, wow, this person is super, super powerful. Wow, this person is like magic. I've never seen or experienced anything like it. And with the Lovers card coming up next, maybe you guys had some type of connection in the past and it didn't really pan out, but they're still holding on to hope because I feel like they want to reconnect with you. The Lovers card talks about love, harmony, relationships, values alignment, and choices. So if you weren't lovers before or didn't have any romantic connection in the past, it could be that they really just see you as being able to be somebody that they can love and have a relationship with, because it does talk about value alignment as well. So maybe you guys have values that align with theirs and that is something that's very, very important to them. Maybe for them, they're like, my person that I'm gonna date needs to be, you know, X, Y, and Z, needs to have X, Y, and Z values, just like me, because I grew up with these values and they're very, very important to me. So that could be what it is as well. And then moving on to the Star card, I feel like they just see you as a star. You're just this absolute shining light, perfect person in their eyes. The Star card does talk about hope, faith, purpose, renewal, and spirituality. So maybe you guys share some spiritual things with each other, and that's something that they really, really like about you as well. It could also be that you're in the spotlight or they're in the spotlight and they admire that about you as well. Also, these 7 stars that are up here represents our 7 chakras. So it could be that you guys are doing energy work together, or you guys have some type of spiritual connection for sure. They could be into pick a card readings. You might have got them into pick a card readings. You might have got them into tarot or astrology, some type of divination. I definitely see that. You guys share some type of emotional and spiritual bond for sure. With the Ace of Swords coming next, this talks about breakthroughs, new ideas, mental clarity, and success. So I feel like you've brought a lot of that into their life. Just through conversations with you, they have achieved so many mental breakthroughs. They have got so many different ideas from just talking to you, just being friends with you, or whatever it is. They have gotten a lot more success in their life, or they see you as having so many breakthroughs, so many ideas, having so much success, and being so mentally clear. And that's something that is just absolutely so attractive about you to them. Like, they can't get enough of you. Like, look at all these major arcanas. I mean, I feel like absolutely this person is in love with you and head over heels about you. I feel like you definitely already know who it is. They wouldn't be able to hide any of this intense emotion. There's just so much. And then we move on to the King of Swords, which talks about mental clarity again, just like the Ace of Swords right before it. It also talks about authority, truth, and intellectual power. So the Swords cards is related to the air elements in astrology, and air is all about intellect and the mind. So they could see you as a very, very smart individual. They could share a lot with you, and so I feel like they either look up to you very, very highly, or they also think of themselves this way and they see you as somebody that matches their energy and their level. And then finally we end with the Emperor card, which talks about authority, establishment, structure. It also is Aries, so you could be Aries or they can be an Aries, but you don't have to be. And this card also represents a father figure. You could maybe remind them of their father or somebody that they could look up to you. Even if you identify with being a divine feminine, you still definitely have masculine energy within you, and they really appreciate the things that you bring to the table. Oh, also the Lovers is Gemini in tarot, so you could be a Gemini or they could be a Gemini. So Aries or Gemini is coming up right now. So yeah, you guys, overall I think that they think absolutely so highly of you, and their feelings for you is very, very strong. They have the hugest crush on you, and I think it's something that they definitely want to pursue. If they haven't already, they just haven't found the courage yet. But I see if you give them any type of hint or show anything that you might like them back, or that you would give them a chance, they would jump on that immediately. Because you guys, none of my readings got 4 major arcana. That is significant. So let's go ahead and move on to the archetype cards that I got for them. I got the Goddess archetype, which the light attribute says the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. The shadow attribute says exploitation of the female nature and form. So every archetype has a light attribute and a shadow attribute. It doesn't mean that they're in their shadow. It just means that if they're this archetype, that they should watch out for the shadow attribute. So we also got scribe. Scribe's light attribute says preserving knowledge and information, and the shadow attribute says altering facts or plagiarizing others' work. So in their job, they could be some type of scribe, they could be a medical scribe, or they could take a lot of notes in their job, or they could be preserving knowledge and information in some way in their job or in their daily life. And with the goddess card coming up as well, they could be divine masculine or divine feminine, but just the goddess card makes me think that they are really connected to their yin. So it's good, honestly, for masculine to be connected to their yin because they will be balanced, and we don't want any divine masculine or any divine feminine to be in one energy only. It ends up being a wounded feminine or a wounded masculine. If you're 100% in the feminine energy as a female, then you're too much in your feminine energy. Same for males. If you're a male and you identify with male and you're 100% in your masculine energy, it's too much. Regardless of what they identify with, they have a good healthy balance with their yin and yang energy, and they treat themselves like a goddess, which is really, really beautiful. Even though they're super ambitious and they work really hard in their jobs, they still take the time out of their day or week to treat themselves. So they'll go ahead and still do their skincare. They'll go ahead and still take care of their bodies and, put lotion on their bodies, things like that. So that's what I see with the goddess archetype. It seems like they really do care about themselves and taking care of themselves. So that might give you a hint on who they are. And then before we pull any more cards, I'm going to go ahead and take out my favorite form of divination, which is actually astro dice. So astro dice are my favorite divination tool because I really love studying astrology. It is one of my favorite things, one of my deepest passions and hobbies. So if you're interested, I'm actually going to link down below a playlist of all my astrology videos if you're interested in learning more about astrology. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and roll the dice. Any messages for pile number 4 about who is crushing on them? So we did get the Sun, the 12th house, and Cancer. Okay, so with the Sun card, I feel like this person is very bright. They could be a Leo. They have a lot of vitality, a lot of warmth to them. They're very confident. They're very energetic. And with the 12th house is talking about spirituality, self-undoing, ending, spiritual growth, all that. So I see that they're very spiritual as well. Like they probably, like I said, watch pick a card readings, or you guys share some type of spiritual connection with the star coming up. And then also Cancer energy, I feel like they're very nurturing, intuitive, psychic even, and have this homey vibe about them. They have this motherly vibe about them, even if they're masculine. They have this nurturing, comforting vibe about them. So that might give you a hint on who they are and who's crushing on you. But let's go ahead and get some more cards. So I'm gonna pull some romance oracle cards to see what would happen if you did decide to pursue this connection and turn a crush into a relationship. Pile number 4. Ooh, okay, one fell on the floor. Let's see if we can get it. Pile number 4. So there's 2 on the table and 1 on the floor. Oh my gosh, so you guys, we got flirt. That's cute. It says extend your lighthearted energy to others. And then we also got it is safe for you to love. And it says open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Oh my gosh. And you guys, we also got past life relationship. You have known each other before. Yes, so that's what I was saying. You guys were either in union before in your life, or clearly in your past life you've been in union. So they have this connection to you. There is some spiritual connection between you two, and this is confirming it. You have had a past life relationship. You probably know each other very, very well, and I don't even actually know why you're watching this video, because I feel like you both like each other. You both know that you like each other. Somebody is just not making the move. So if you are not in union, not in a relationship with this person yet, it's just one of you has to make a move. I don't even know what you're scared for. You might not feel safe, but it is definitely safe for you to love this person and be with this person. With the flirt card also, I feel like you guys already flirt with each other. You just haven't like made that dive where it's like, do you want to go on an actual date? Which I feel like you should absolutely take that chance and ask them on a date, or hint at them that you would say yes if they were to ask you on a date. Yeah, I don't know what you guys are waiting for, pile number 4. I mean, all these major arcana and this past life relationship. Okay, I'm gonna pull out the Lover's Oracle cards. Okay, pile number 4. Okay, 2 cards fell out. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so I got my beloved. Though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. For love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. That is beautiful. And we also got the friendship card. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. You guys have a deep connection. You're spiritually connected, which I've been saying like a couple times already in this reading. You might, be physically apart right now. I don't know where you guys are or what is going on between you guys, but if you are physically apart or in separation and not talking, I definitely see that you will come back together because love transcends all space and time. You might need some time away from each other right now to grow and form on your own selves and become whole on your own selves even more, but I see that you guys will definitely come back together. And it seems like if you guys haven't actually entered into some type of significant boyfriend, girlfriend, or significant other relationship yet, it might be that you're just really deep friends right now and both of you have a really deep bond together and you really do like each other, but maybe like one of you is still pursuing your career and it's far away, or maybe pursuing school or just living abroad, something like that keeps you guys apart right now. But I feel like, yes, you guys will come together soon, and I just feel like this is going to be a really beautiful union for you, pile number 4. I just feel like somebody has to make the move, somebody has to make that step after enough time has passed, because it seems like there's just like some type of separation for sure with the My Beloved card. If this is something that's worth it to you, then just take your time, do what you gotta do. So let's go ahead and get some astrology cards. Pile number 4. Okay, one on the table and one fell on the floor. Okay, so we got house 12. Okay, so we rolled house 12 earlier, and this is talking about spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service, and healing. And we also got the South Node card, which is destined to release. With these two cards coming up, again, I feel like they're very spiritual. You have a very deep spiritual connection, and the South Node actually does talk about past lives. So I feel like this is not negative. I know it says destined to release, but the South Node is just talking about our past life, and you guys have past life relationship here too, so I definitely feel like you've been in union before in previous lives. And the South Node card coming up, it also makes me feel like certain patterns or certain lessons that you've learned in a past life, just be careful not to repeat. And I know, like, how are you supposed to know? I mean, unless you guys have the ability to read the Akashic records, you wouldn't really know what happened in a previous life. But basically anything that keeps repeating in your friendship or your relationship over and over again probably came from a past life. So if you guys have control issues within the relationship, you probably dealt with that in a past life, and it's just urging you to kind of like release that so you could have a better union this time. It doesn't mean that you're not supposed to be with the same person like in multiple lives. Like, you could definitely spend multiple lifetimes with a certain person, but you don't want lessons to repeat from the past. That's mainly what I'm getting out of the South Node. Also with the 12th house, that is Pisces natural house, so they could be a Pisces or you could be a Pisces as well. So overall, I feel like, yeah, you guys have to have some spiritual growth within both of you individually, but then once you grow a little bit more, I feel like when you come back into union, this is going to be a permanent union. You could even be twin flames. I know the twin flame card did not come up, but I just feel like you could be twin flames, or you're definitely like soulmates from a previous life. So it's up to you, you know, use your discernment. You could continue just being friends with this person and realize that you had a past life relationship with them, and maybe you want to just be with somebody else, a different soulmate this life. But I see that this would work out very well for you if you decided to pursue this. So let's go ahead and pull some more cards and see if we can get any other messages for you. Pile number 4. Okay, so we got 3 cards. So we got last quarter moon in Pisces. So like I said, you could be a Pisces, talk less, feel more. So maybe you guys talk a lot and you talk about all your feelings and your emotions about things that are going on in your life, but you're not really talking about like your feelings about each other or like really feeling into each other. So the cards are encouraging you to do that. Try to feel more, try to express more about your feelings to each other. Oh my gosh, you guys. So first quarter moon in Pisces, honor your feelings. So there's a lot of feelings coming up here. And then finally, we also got last quarter moon in Sagittarius, practice gratitude. I feel like there's some deep feelings between you two. You guys are probably confused about them, you know what I mean? Like, you have all these deep feelings for each other, but you don't know how to express them. I feel like it's really important to try to, you know, write them out or try to talk in front of a mirror. It's not weird. Like, if you just don't know what to say, it's okay to practice. It's okay to try to get your thoughts together before actually talking to the other person about it. It's absolutely okay. It's not weird at all. And then with the practice gratitude card, this is just talking about like appreciating the things that you guys currently have. I feel like some of you get into anxiety and worry and fear about this connection, like losing this connection or ruining the connection in some way, but just practice gratitude of being able to be friends with this person in this life, being able to see this person in this life again, or having this deep connection that some people really want. Even if you guys don't become a one-on-one relationship, a significant relationship, you still have this amazing friend that's on your side that thinks absolutely so highly of you, and that is something to be grateful for. But the practice gratitude card also talks about being grateful for the things that you bring to the table. So every day it's important to journal about what you're grateful for. You can just fill in the blank. I am grateful for X, Y, and Z, whatever it is. Make sure it's a good mix of what you're grateful for, about what qualities you have, maybe what qualities other people bring to the table, and also what is in your life in general. It could be anything, but a lot of us don't do that enough. So definitely practice your gratitude, honor your feelings, and feel more, and really care about your feelings, and release any negative ones that come up as well. And all of those things will help you bring you and this person that is crushing on you into union, especially if you like them as well. I'm just curious to see if any other confirmations will pull up, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull some more cards. Pile number 4. Any more messages for pile number 4? All right, so I did get 3 cards that fell on the floor. I got energy, affection, and vitality. So with the affection card, there's Taurus here, and there's Taurus again with the vitality card, and we also are getting Virgo. So you could be Taurus or Virgo as well, but you don't have to be. So the affection card, I feel like you guys have so much affection towards each other, and you do show it, but you're just like in that friend zone right now. So maybe for some of you, you have tried a relationship with this person before, but you both got hurt or something, and now you're trying to just keep it light and be friends. But I feel like if you work on yourselves individually, you can come back into union. Honestly, just go ahead and continue showing your affection for each other, even if you're just in the friend stage right now, because that's going to actually keep your bond really strong. And vitality coming up, this usually is talking about people's vitality, but I feel like this is actually for you guys talking about the vitality of your connection. I feel like it has endured a lot, and it has been really bright through the ups or the downs or anything like that. It just seems like you guys have been very deeply connected the entire time through. Oh, and actually, did we talk about citrine? Citrine is a stone that talks about creativity. It protects us from negative energy. It activates our intuition. It helps us manifest abundance, wealth, prosperity, and it also encourages sharing. It promotes happiness, joy, self-esteem, confidence, and it encourages a positive attitude. So all of these things is basically just telling us to stay positive and have a lot of good energy in our lives, which I feel like is what you two are working on. Maybe there's just been some negative stuff in the past between you two, or just like past life things that keep repeating that you're currently working on. But I see that you guys have a lot of vitality in this relationship. And then finally with energy, I feel like you both just have a lot of energy, and maybe this could have made you butt heads a little bit in the past, because when 2 people come together and they have a ton of energy, it could get kind of scattered and a little bit chaotic. Once you guys are working on yourselves by yourselves and becoming whole by yourselves, you will come together and just make a lot of beautiful things together and have a lot of energy together as well. So I just feel like such a beautiful, energizing relationship that you have on the table here, and I definitely think that pursuing this would be very fulfilling for you. It just seems like, yeah, there's definitely some time and space that need to be taken for this relationship to grow further. So pile 4, that is all I have for you today, but if you did make it to the very end, I will pull one more card for you. It is a mindful message card, and this is just a message from spirit that will encourage you to be mindful about a particular thing to help this union turn from a crush maybe back into a relationship if you do choose that route. All right, oh, okay. All right, so I got 3 cards that popped out right here. The first card says, breathe. It is easy for me to return to the present moment simply by breathing. If I am feeling anxious or worried, I close my eyes and breathe in deeply as I picture myself filling up with white light. Then exhale and envision stress and tension leaving my body. In this moment, I am free to gently stretch and open my eyes, feeling refreshed. Yeah, definitely talk less and feel more. That relates to this. I feel like you guys have a lot of deep emotions sometimes. You have anxieties and worries about this connection and in your life, and it's important to do breath work and release some of those negative feelings and emotions when they come up, so that you can remain positive and have a high vibe, high energy, because this is what is going to bring you two in union. The next card I got for you is coming my way. Unique opportunities align with my desires, present themselves to me. I attract all that I need to make my dreams a reality. with this, I feel like you're both manifesting something that's helping your individual lives, and that's probably why you're in separation right now. It could even be for some of you, you guys are in a relationship or have been in a relationship, but you broke up so you could chase your own individual dreams, which is not a bad thing at all. You want these opportunities to come your way, and sometimes we need to, you know, take a step back from our relationships or put our relationships a little bit on the back burner so we can accomplish the things that we want to accomplish and achieve in this life. And I see that you both support each other in this. So maybe it was a mutual thing where you're like, okay, let's take some time apart so we can be the best selves that we can be, and then hopefully we can be together again in the future. I definitely see that for some of you. And then finally, we got the play card. The play card says, I am completely engaged in what I do. In the here and now, I call it play instead of work. I am deeply fulfilled by all that I do. So yeah, I definitely think both of you really, really care about your work, and you have creative pursuits with the Citrine. Again, you guys are both probably very, very creative, probably have a lot of energy. So honestly, you guys mirror each other for sure. And I think that focusing on yourself, focusing on bettering yourself and growing more and more is going to bring this union together. Also, again, with the K2, sorry, I said K2, but South Node is K2 in sidereal astrology. Just trying to release some of those old negative patterns from a previous life or your previous relationship with this person is going to help. And breathing is going to help that. Taking care of yourself is going to help that. Diving into your own creativities, your own passions is going to help. So like if you were in a relationship or a connection with this person before, and maybe you guys were super clingy with that other person and you didn't really have hobbies of your own, that could have made the relationship, you know, wither a little bit because you're focusing too much on the other person. When we are totally whole within ourselves and we have our own passions, our own creativities, we don't rely so much on somebody else to bring us anything, and that actually makes the relationship better because you're not relying on them for your happiness, you're not relying on them for, well, anything. You're just whole on your own and you got everything on your own, and they just come into your life to add more, to bring their wholeness into your life without changing or altering anything. So I hope that makes sense, and I honestly feel like this is such a beautiful union that will come back together soon if it hasn't already. And for some of you, if you haven't actually dated this person in this lifetime but you just feel like they're so eerily familiar, this means that is a confirmation that it was a past life relationship, and if you want it to be, it can be a relationship in this lifetime as well. So yeah, that is all I have for you today, pile number 4. I really enjoyed reading for you today, so thank you so much for letting me read for you today. If you did enjoy this video, please drop me a big like down below and comment if this has resonated for you. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button below. I post every single Sunday, so make sure you add Kelly Guidance to your self-care Sunday. And remember, always be kind to yourself and others. Until next time. Bye, group 4.